Connoisseur and Drain present our next bout here in A129, three-minute rounds at a contract weight of 140 pounds. We now introduce to you first the Punch Edibles blue corner. He stands 5'8", weighing 138.5 pounds. Perfect thus far in his amateur career with 5 wins, 3 by stoppage, 1 by submission, and no losses. A warrior out of the Resistance Fitness Center from Danville, California, Traehone Banda. Now he introduces his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the Punch Edibles red corner. At 5'7", weighing 140.25 pounds, he is 3-1 as an amateur with 2 submission victories. Training with AKA from Hyderabad, India, he now fights out of San Jose, California, Arabaz Ahmed. Marcel Brown.
Marcel Brown drawing the assignment here. Banda told us his game plan. He said, I'd like to throw some flashy stuff in there, but he said whatever it takes to hurt him. Whereas Ahmed said, my game plan, technical aggression, not reckless abandon. So he wants to exercise a little bit of patience here early on against the undefeated Banda.
Both of these guys looking extremely locked in, very different to the energy they were bringing on their walkout as they were both smiling and laughing. And Ahmed with the aggressive flurry on the front foot.
Reach advantage for Banda, but Ahmed feels like he's the more explosive of the two. Ooh, nice jab, finds a home for Banda.
Banda doing a great job of controlling the center and cutting off the cage with Ahmed. Southpaw stance of Ahmed, I was gonna say, but switching as he presses forward with those flurries. And I like the way he's stringing together the combinations. You know, he lands 1, he lands 3 behind it.
Case in point right there, Banda trying to return. We're seeing a lot of body kicks here early on from Ahmed.
Yeah, it looks like Banda may have landed a high kick, but blocked by Ahmed.
Once again, 3-minute rounds for this fight. As Banda coming in 5-0, Ahmed 3-1.
Potentially looking to close the distance and engage in the takedown was Banda, but Ahmed able to create some space and get distance. Definitely looking to keep it on the feet is Ahmed.
Thus far, Banda more than willing to oblige. Another jab by Ahmed. Halfway through the first round. Banda certainly looking to hit some rangefinders here early on.
Ahmed's doing a great job of reversing Banda whenever he does rush in. So, because I was going to comment on the fact that, you know, Banda's holding the center, pushing Ahmed back, but Ahmed's doing a great job of knowing when he needs to get his back off of that cage. And he's extremely fast, as you mentioned.
Ahmed also feels like he's the better fighter out of the clinch. Haven't really had an opportunity for that yet. Wow, look at the combination here by Banda as he charges in. Impressive flurry there, final minute of the first round.
Spoke too soon. Looks like we're about to see a little bit of that clinch work that you mentioned. But Ahmed choosing to break and create space yet again.
Both fighters really changing it up with their kicks.
Yeah, definitely seeing a full display of striking here. You know, kicks mixed in with the with the punches. Interesting matchup. You know, Banda's doing a great job in terms of cage presence. He is landing some big strikes. But Ahmed is landing combinations, you know what I mean? So as far as significant strikes go, you gotta think that Ahmed is edging this round. But like I say, a very even matchup so far.
Well, as far as effective strikes and forcing the action, you probably have to give the edge in that first round to Arabaz Ahmed.
Yeah, definitely. As far as like say, putting those combos together, you know, cage presence didn't really seem to be much of a disadvantage for him. Anytime that Banda did try to close the gap, he was able to immediately almost like matador him off and get him back on the cage. So you got to think that Ahmed is edging it, but Banda had plenty of success of his own with his high kicks. We're about to see some replays here. Heavy blows landing from Banda in the combination and the flurry that he did choose to throw, but Ahmed was able to close the gap.
Yeah, definitely the strongest moment of the first round for Traehone Banda.
Yeah, definitely a tough round to score. You know, like I mentioned, both guys having success. I'd like to see Banda throwing some more flurries and combinations just like the one we just showed on the replay. Definitely had a lot of success when he chose to do so.
Well, Banda has 2 first-round finishes, but he's also shown us to be a very patient fighter, especially throughout the first round. So we'll see if his corner has a game plan to change things up a bit here in the second. And if you're Ahmed, you have to probably continue with what you brought.
Looks like a little mishap with some ice in the corner as we clean that up for fighter safety.
Bit of a spill. Our 4th fight of the prelims, still 3 more to go before we go live on Fight Pass for A1 Combat 29.
Fight.
Second round underway. Well, more of the same for Ahmed. He's trying to control center, and now Banda marches right back.
That leg looked like it almost gave way on Banda just there. I think that calf kick might be adding up that Ahmed's throwing.
Yep.
Takedown attempt from Banda, beautiful. Looking to mix it up now as we go into the second. Guillotine.
Oh.
Guillotine for Ahmed though. Looking like
Ahmed has that locked in. Banda.
Slam from Banda, but puts himself deeper into the choke, and this...
Exactly, Ahmed did not let up on that grasp. Difficult for us to see from this angle, but Banda could be in trouble here, Corey.
Yeah, definitely, this looks deep. Banda's doing a good job. He's trying to use the cage to keep Ahmed square and take away a little bit of that rotational force to finish that choke, but Ahmed relentless on this guillotine, and that was deep. Definitely some panic on the Banda side, but able to pull his head out. Beautiful work.
Great patience by Banda, but at the same time, we are seeing the skilled fighter that Arabaz Ahmed is here. He did not panic.
Banda with a guillotine attempt of his own.
Wow. Whoa, what a return here by Banda.
1 minute 45 left to work, and this one is deep.
Ahmed could be in trouble, Corey. He's got the leverage here.
Ahmed doesn't really look like he's doing
arching.
much to fight the hands.
Banda is arching. Now, if you're Ahmed, what's the strategy here?
Ahmed needs to pass to his left side whilst he's passing those legs. Unfortunately, Banda was able to close the guard back up, which means he is still in danger of this guillotine. You know, fighting that rotational force of Banda will take away some of that guillotine's power whilst you hand fight, but talk about a reversal.
Yeah.
Looks like he is safe now. Not really doing too much to fight the hands, which is an interesting decision when you're deep in a guillotine, but Ahmed looking like he is in the clear. But wow, both of these guys with a serious threat on those guillotines. Another tough round to score as we go into this last 45 seconds.
No question, exciting turn of events here. Arabaz Ahmed was seconds away from victory with a guillotine, and only seconds later, Banda was able to reverse course, and now he's had this guillotine locked in for well over a minute with less than 30 seconds to go in the second round. But like you said, Arabaz Ahmed is now out of trouble.
Yeah, Ahmed able to get out of this guillotine position, now sat in half guard in a Kimura threat. Yeah, and hats off to Banda for staying relentless, you know what I mean? Like, he's still attacking that Kimura. Yeah, wow, amazing from both guys. We thought we were in for a striking match when we saw that first fight, that first round, and, you know, we just got a beautiful display of grappling here in the second.
That was, dare I say, one of the more exciting rounds we have seen from the amateur division in quite some time. As in the opening moments, Ahmed locked in this guillotine.
Guillotine was deep. I mean, both of these guys were in deep guillotines, and we're about to see the second one right here set up by Banda. Absolutely phenomenal display of grappling as we go into the second round, and a very tight fight to score.
Yeah, Ahmed's made the mistake of lifting up his chin there, and that left it wide open for Banda. Essentially the final, almost the final 90 seconds of that first round. he had Ahmed in the guillotine. So, like you said, difficult round to score, but in the eyes of the judges, you know, who finished the round stronger certainly was Banda there.
Yeah, definitely. Potentially 1-1 going into this round, maybe. But like I say, very difficult. We saw some phenomenal striking in round 1, some great grappling in round 2, and I think it's going to come down to who can put it all together in round 3.
And think about it, you know, Corey, that was an exhausting second round for both Banda and Ahmed. So let's see who has some gas left in the tank for this third round.
Yeah, certainly. Banda rubbing his eye, potentially talking about an eye poke, but I don't think the referee agrees. And yeah, Banda's coming in at 5-0. Potentially looking to face his first loss in probably his toughest match to date.
Yeah, no doubt.
But as I said, a very tight fight so far, and 2 minutes 30 for these guys to work and really put their stamp on things.
Tonight, another example of a completely different fighter that Arabaz Ahmed's been in 2025 versus his professional debut just over a year ago. Oh my, nice left hand.
Spinning heel kick.
Ahmed taking some chances here in the third round, and Banda makes him pay with a combination.
Yeah, heavy strikes from Banda in that dirty boxing range. Definitely looking to put his stamp on this round. I'm sure the corner told him he needs to go out there and
beautiful
really
uppercut out of the clinch by Banda. Oh, another uppercut, some phone booth action here. Banda continues.
Ahmed potentially hurt as he backs up. He did touch his knee.
Yeah, Ahmed's starting to have some difficulty here. Halfway through the third round.
Banda relentless here. And he has a minute and a half left to keep going. I wonder if he can keep this pace going.
Banda still mixing it up with the kicks. Now has Ahmed up against the cage. And it is just target practice right now.
Beautiful job from Banda mixing up the levels. We see him setting up those body shots, using that to set up the uppercuts. And yeah, absolutely phenomenal striking on display right here as he puts...
Ahmed's having a difficult time covering up.
Body lock with the attempt of a reap from Ahmed, unable to get the takedown against Banda, but Banda breathing heavy, and I don't blame him. You know, that was a very high output as we enter the last minute of this round, and he's back at it looking to finish.
Well, we're seeing the signs of exhaustion from Ahmed. He could be rocked as Banda, and that'll do it! What a right hand! And Traehone Banda, in a war of attrition, remains undefeated, moving to 6-0. Corey, we knew this had fight of the prelims potential, and these two did not disappoint.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, such a high-level fight for amateur prelims, and as we mentioned, it can't be long before we see Traehone Banda moving on up into the pro card with A1. But you know, I'm sure he's happy tonight. He's gonna go celebrate. This team remains undefeated. Potentially his toughest match today. Ahmed did a phenomenal job and definitely gave him plenty to think about and to work on, but at the end of the day, Traehone Banda able to walk away with the win.
Just incredible grit and perseverance from both of these fighters. But you know, Ahmed really was in control for the majority of the first round. Then we had the trading off of the guillotines in the second round. But in the third, it was Banda who attacked early on, and he just stayed patient, Corey. He kept that attack up, and it became target practice towards the end.
Yeah, definitely. He was absolutely relentless, and he made it clear that he was not looking to ride it to the judges. He was looking for that finish in that third round, and he did a phenomenal job in getting it.
Banda maintains a near-perfect finish rate, moving to 6-0.
Sit right here, please. Yeah.
With 5 finishes. But dare I say, this might be the victory that means the most to him thus far.
Open your eyes up for me.
As it went all the way to the third round.
You know where you're at?
As Arabaz Ahmed still recovering in his corner.
And hats off to Arabaz. You know, I mean, he presented challenges that we haven't really seen Banda face in the past. So, yeah, an absolutely amazing performance from both of these guys here tonight.
You know, and Ahmed has had such a phenomenal 2025, already his 4th fight of the year. 3 first-round finishes walking into tonight, and he knew this was not going to be easy. He still wanted to take the fight because, look, both these men want to be professionals. You only get to the pro ranks by fighting the best competition. Case in point right here, 2 truly phenomenal fighters who fought at 140 catch tonight, and Ahmed is back to his feet, fortunately, as we're going to go to Garrett Fertig for the official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the A1 cage, referee Marcel Brown steps in and waves off the contest. Official time, 2 minutes, 20 seconds of round number 3. Declaring your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Traehone Banda.
Sacramento, let's hear it for both of these fighters. That was a main event fight right here. Traehone Banda, brother, you're moving to 6-0. That was a war of attrition. He had an incredible first round. You both almost guillotined each other in the second round. Then in the third, you took over. I have to believe this fight means a lot to you with your performance.
Yes, sir, this means a lot. Traehone Banda, legal next team in the United States, baby. Where my single ladies at tonight? That's where I'm gonna stay away from. I'm still loving my ex-Toxica, but yeah, it was a great win. Feels good.
Well, this is on YouTube. A lot of women are watching this right now.
Yeah, I mean, feels great. I got a great team behind me. I'm having fun. The commentators always ask me for my nickname and stuff, but I got too many. Handsome, tall, dark, funny. So Traehone Banda's good.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. I'm 1-1. My name's made up. So I'm making a name for myself.
Now, a lot of people want to know, you are now 6-0 with 5 finishes. You know, how close are we to fighting in the professional ranks? Because every time out, you continue to show more and more.
Yeah, I've said this in every interview I've done, man. I'll go pro when my coaches give me that green light. We've talked about it. I'll talk to them about this, but I want the kid from his gym, bruh, the Doev, Russian kid. He got all gray hair. I can't tell if he's 20 or 45, but good wrestler. I got respect for my opponent, bruh, and the whole gym. They got savages out there for sure, but I would love to come test it. I don't care about the belt. I'm trying to put hands on someone here. So I would like that kid next and then go from there with my coaches.
Well, you just put on a truly amazing performance. Congratulations. Traehone Banda now 6-0, remaining undefeated.
Resistance, baby, resistance.